Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I'm not connected. Hold on, my AirPods.
We're live, by the way.
Oh, hello.
Wow, I'm getting double feedback. Hold on 1 second. Yikes.
Let me leave and come back.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Give me 1 second. Getting a blistering amount of feedback. Hello? Ah, so much better. All right. You guys hear me okay? How is the volume? Let me know what's up. Yeah, anything? Hello. Testing 1, 2. This is Dope or Nope. What's up, Remnez? You guys, how's the volume? I don't have anyone here with me, so they can't help me. So today, I think Nick's in Italy. Not 100% sure on that one. Raquel is working out her earphones. And what's up, Bianca? What's up, Z Major? How you guys doing? Oh, there she is. Hold on.
Okay,
Look
now
at
I
that
can hear
view.
you
Can you hear me
properly.
now? Super
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool. How you doing?
I am good. How are you?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I see you in like 2 weeks, right? So soon.
Yeah, so excited. I'm just like overwhelmed with the amount of things going on right now.
Yeah, overwhelmed is the
It started
correct
off
word.
it started off really easy. It was like, oh yeah, and then
Yeah.
this past week, like since Monday, it's just been everyone decided to go,
Yeah.
and now, the EDMAs is like bananas now.
Yeah.
I was just gonna like do a drive-by, kind of like, hey, what's up?
No, you gotta go.
You know,
We're all going.
I'm literally there all day now because I have artists starting at 12:20, and I think Fries and Vassy are on at 5:30, so that puts me there. Like,
Yeah.
I have Armin, Cedric Gervais, like Frank Walker's coming by, like all the people I work with are either doing a swing through or actually gonna throw down. Lauren Padman, I know that guy.
Lauren!
Hi.
Wow,
Hello.
that's a snazzy shirt.
Thanks.
I know, it's so snazzy.
Yes, I thought it was a schnazzy day. I can see you with
Was
your
it-
collar on.
A snazzy day, yeah.
And Raquel, you're looking like $1 million.
I mean,
Thank you. Thank you.
what's going on there?
Yeah.
You know, I
we've all
decided
got
to put on
meetings
real
today.
clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no longer COVID. We all have meetings.
Yeah, right. She's warming up for
Literally.
next week, which we were just talking about. I'm
Right.
pretty
I
sure
heard
your
I was in
schedule's
the back room for a while.
ramped up there as well.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I'm really excited. I'm just like, now it's like fine-tuning the days a little bit and the
Really?
nights to fit the days. Yeah. So what I always do is I have 2 parties that are for me. I choose 2 places.
Let me guess. Spinning on Sunday.
No, I'll be home already.
Oh, that's right. Why did I
I
know
leave Sunday
that?
morning.
When are you leaving?
Rule
Oh,
number
Sunday morning,
1.
Okay.
Rule number 1. Be home Sunday night. Rested.
Impressive.
Right? Because kids don't care what I did for 4 days. Like, they're ready to go
Yeah.
when I get home. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, don't go hard on the first night. I've already pretty sure I'm going to break rule number 2. Because I want to go to Tale of Us, which is like, whatever time that starts. Actually, rule number 1 is the minute I land, I go and satisfy my sobriety and get rooted before I go get crazy. So that is actually rule number 1. That I will do. I always do that. But yeah, so Tale of Us is going to be one party that I go to. That's at the beginning. And then the night before I leave is Get Lost out at Factory Town. Which I'm not... It's so ridiculous because I'm leaving Sunday morning. That place is literally 4 miles from the airport, right? And so I'll be leaving there at whatever time, going to get my suitcase, then going back
Just take it with
to the
you.
airport. Yeah. Considered it, but like rolling through like that lineup in with a suitcase is not, really what I was thinking was a good idea.
Crazier things have happened, Tess.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's also true. I don't know. What do you guys have a lot of good plans for there? I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm getting emails as we speak, so I'm like stressed about that because we're figuring out stuff. I'm like, I can't right now. I need to take a deep breath.
Right.
Yeah, we're trying to figure everything out. Obviously, we're broadcasting live every day from 2 to 3 from the studios, which is going to be really exciting.
The brand new studios.
For
Congratulations.
globalization.
Yeah.
And then going to stuff before that, after that, keep it going. So we're just trying to figure out Friday EDMAs, and then Saturday Ultra.
Right.
Sunday potentially Ultra. So we'll see.
Nice. Lauren, you have when are you in?
Wednesday night, I want to say Wednesday late afternoon,
Okay.
and leaving Sunday morning. And what can I say? The Dim Mak show is on Friday night at Matt's.
Yeah.
And that's just
Okay.
got that's with Steve Aoki, but it just literally got announced this morning that we have Timmy Trumpet as our direct support, and we have let me see, Juku, Chill, Bok Nero, Too Deep, and I feel like I'm definitely missing somebody.
Yeah.
Let me look that
You
up.
have me on the list for that, right?
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Same.
Because that's what
Actually,
I think.
it's our family reunion always.
Right.
So it's fine.
I think that's where we met last year.
Right.
So cool.
Who am I missing? Oh, Brooklyn. I'm missing Brooklyn. That's why. It's confusing. There's a new artist. Well, not new, I guess. BRKLYN. And
Yeah,
They're not new at all. They're
And
awesome
they're-
though.
well, new. No, sorry. I mean to say new to us. Like
Yeah.
we've just signed them.
Oh, cool.
So I'm super stoked on this artist. But obviously, given that my fiance's name is Brooklyn, in the office we call them Brooklyn Music because
Probably a
otherwise
good idea.
it becomes a very awkward
Yeah.
time at home. And
They're amazing
Yeah.
musicians.
They're so good live.
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm excited about them as well being on the lineup, and we also have Kid playing. So that's the full lineup. And I believe that there's some surprise guests, but it's a Steve Aoki show, so of course there's surprise guests.
There's
Yeah.
always surprises.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great. Really excited about it. So it's at Maps.
Still waiting to see the Lauren get caked, but someday.
Never gonna happen.
Yes. He refuses.
I'm
No.
good. I think you'll get caked at your wedding. That's what
No,
I
I
see.
don't think so. I think that me being caked is an express ticket, one-way ticket back home. I'm very anti the caking.
Anti the
Oh
cake.
God.
Got it. All right. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Dope or Nope. We do this every Thursday from 3 p.m. EST.
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 Yeah.
We do
EST.
the best demos you're probably going to hear for quite some time.
For at
And
least an
I don't
hour.
know, for at least 1
Yeah.
hour. Did you guys see my post? That guy like hit me on
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, my track got signed to Solomon's label. I was like,
Oh,
okay.
that's wonderful.
Yeah, that was amazing. And he said specifically that our feedback was like, did it.
Yeah, Cool.
So super cool for that one.
that's great.
So shall we get going? First demo up today is Ethereal by St. Louis. And you're listening to
Nice.
Dope or Nope. All right, so that is Ethereal, well named, by St. Louis. What do you
Definitely
think?
ethereal.
Yeah.
Very well named. For an EDM track, or I would probably say for an electronic track, to be specific, not dance, because it's got very little tempo to it, but it's by design. I would say as an electronic track, it's really great. It's doing exactly what it's trying to do. In the world of dance music, I would call that a delicate intro to a song, and I was expecting it to finish in 7 seconds before the vocal came in or the drop came, the song started getting going. But isn't it so interesting to cast your mind back to the kinds of tracks that start that way and imagine if it was a whole track, if just the first 7 or 15 really, really interesting, chill, relaxed seconds were extrapolated into a 3-minute journey, what that would sound like. And I wonder if that would sound like that.
Right. So if it were just the beginning of the journey, right?
Yeah, exactly. So listen, I was like, okay, what are they getting at here? And then I'm like, hang on a minute, this is what it is. Okay. And then I was at peace with it. I'm like, right. And I'm noticing the ever so slight delicate noises that are put in there as what we would call headphone candy. And it felt very professional to me. I can't give much advice on it because I don't know the music very well. It just needs to be peaceful and not jarring or not boring, and it felt like it was doing all those things really well. So I like it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Submit it to the Calm app. I don't know how you get music on there, but like that just that's where it needs to be. And like live, and they do mixes and stuff on there, so put it on there. Right.
I think my advice would be there's probably a couple places, say around 1:30, and then again maybe 2:36. I would have added some instrumentation to make it a little bit more exciting, and then I would edit it down and send it to Dre over at SiriusXM Chill. And I feel like it's too soft. Also, they don't really do instrumentals per se that often, but they do have a channel on the app that is more specific to chill instrumental, so it might work there. I
would say that it has to have more beat, like to your point, for Dre's stuff. It needs to, irrespective of the vocal, which it probably would need to have something. I think it needs to have a little bit more power in the drums to be on.
Yeah, it would have needed to, like what you were saying earlier, where it's like I was thinking it's just the beginning of where
it's about to
somewhere
kick in.
Bigger it's going.
Right.
But like I do like these pieces. I just think that but for that it's great. Like done. If that was what you were going for, you got it 100%.
If you were trying to live in this space of ethereal,
100%.
That is what you're in.
For instance, if this were playing at a coffee shop in Miami in a couple of weeks, I'd be pretty happy.
I was in the
So
Edition
chill.
Hotel yesterday in the lobby, and I was like, this is what would be playing there. This is what was playing there. So, yes,
80-something degrees with the
vibe.
palm trees. Exactly.
Yes.
So, well done, St. Louis. Before I go to the next one, please meet Raquel Goldie. As you heard earlier, she is on her host at
We've been
Sirius
talking
XM.
for 15 minutes,
Well,
sorry I didn't
it's all
introduce
right. We
you.
jump in, we come back, mix it up a little bit.
Imagine it was like a conversation in Miami, like everyone's here and everyone's talking for 15 minutes. Oh, by the way, I forgot to introduce you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
it was
literally that's everything.
You're so cool.
Hi,
Who are you?
Yeah, literally.
So Raquel Goldie is on-air host at SiriusXM Hits and on Pitbull Globalization for Vinny's Vibes every Friday at 10 a.m. Catch her tomorrow morning. Don't miss it.
That's because she's a boss.
Exactly.
I hope you had a lovely
she will be,
International Women's Day, Raquel, yesterday.
I did.
International Women's Day yesterday. Hope you crushed
Thank
it.
you.
Big boss in a couple of weeks too, because she definitely rolls through Miami pretty hard. So
Good.
look out
I hope
for
to
her.
be on the coattails of any of that.
Oh, you will be.
And only recently celebrated her happy birthday, by the way. That was like fun.
The two of us, twins.
Yeah.
Right, we were twinning.
Yeah, I don't think Lauren's 30, but
Getting
He
there.
is. What do you mean?
I mean, still 30. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Nobody
should have
works.
been.
I've been going for
clear.
28 for the longest time.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
give that
I'm going
up
to
one
double
day.
up on that. Lauren Padman, Vice President of Dim Mak Records, studio aficionado, and all around very big hair guy. You will be seeing him a lot in Miami. And also, I just want to say, because of your work that you do for the Grammys and for your participation in that, because it is obviously not a paid position, I just want to say thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because I know you worked pretty hard there. So, on to the next demo. I am DJ Kirk, and this is Dope or Nope. The song is called Take Control.
Doing right, babe. I wanna be at your side for every step of the way. Take control of the light. Doing right, babe. I wanna be at your side for every step of the way. Take control of the light. Doing right, babe. Take control of the light. Doing right, babe. Take control of the light. Control of the light. You got to take. Make it right, babe. Take. I wanna be at your side for every step of the way. You got to.
That is Take Control. I am DJ Kirk. What do you guys think?
Just give it a second. I just want to hear where it hits now.
You got to take.
I would say it feels very commercial dance, but it's kind of sitting for me. It started electro, and I was like, is it electro or is it electro pop? And then I was like, oh, the hats make it house. So is it more house? And then as the song continued, I was like, oh yeah, okay, it feels definitely more house, but big room house. And I was like, I'm not sure where this lands. It feels like it's an odd hybrid, and I'm not sure where it would exactly get played. I quite, oh my God, this won't end. I quite like the, I quite like the toms, the bottom end, the floor toms is actually really cool. And so yeah. Oh, okay, Hess, if that ends you,
He said bye.
always just leave. And yeah, I don't know. I think it felt very much like a cool start, but I don't know if it feels finished yet. Anyway, maybe you guys could give an opinion. What do you think, Raquel?
You know what? I think I worked out right before the show. So I'm like, was listening to like so much like pump up music. And that for me, I was like, oh yeah, we're just carrying on like with the
That
playlist.
was not
So
it.
I feel like it could have a really interesting, I feel like it could have an interesting like place in between. Like I'm thinking about what we play in Globalization. We play so much just like different stuff all the time. And I feel like that's one of those things that like could potentially work when it was finished.
Right.
Tweaks.
Yeah.
I liked it.
The vocal felt really repetitive to me. Was the thing. I wasn't.
I
quite
think
sure.
okay. I think with the vocal, it was one of those things that like takes them out, or you need to change it up lyrically.
Yeah. If you don't have more vocal because it's a splice thing, you'd need to use less.
Yeah.
I also think the where you asked her like, oh, let me hear what it does there.
Yeah.
And it came
Second
into
drop.
the drop, and it was like, oh, missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I felt like the second one, at least, the first one could have been also, but I felt like coming into a drop like that, I could have like.
What was that sound? That was amazing. That was like a bell, but a dong.
It was a gong.
That?
Yeah.
What is that?
All right.
Wow, that's the god dong. That is insane.
I can't hear that, right? Because I'm not hearing the show.
Big, like a
well, now I know what to do
gong.
when we need a bell because Nick's not here.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's insane. Next level.
So I felt like it. To your point about like, is it house? Is it this? I thought it was, a bit unassuming, right?
Yeah.
And I know Kirk's given us like, this is really tame for him. My opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like this was kind of tame, and maybe it's just like a starter thing that he's doing. Which in that case, I would say, okay, yeah, now get interesting, right?
Yeah. Try take the vocal off. Like remove the vocal and then just listen to the instrumental over and over and try to make the instrumental better on its own. And then you can place the vocal back in. Because at the moment, I think he's leaning on the vocal to do a lot of the heavy lifting and it's just not a strong enough thing. So if you get rid of it, then you're like, okay, now the track's a little bit more naked. What would I do with it? What do I have to do to flesh it out correctly and fix it?
Right.
And he might come up with some new ideas that will help it,
Yeah, I agree.
I think,
Agree.
do what Nick
That's,
always says and is like mute the sounds and go through the track.
Yeah.
That was I Am DJ Kirk. Bring it back, man. Work on that. Bring it back. Take control. I think there's definitely something there, I would say. What's next? Rimnez, and this is called Sometimes on Dope or Nope. I like that. Sometimes by Rimnez.
I have some notes, but after you, Raquel.
That was fun. I was like there. I was in the moment. That was like one of those that you're in the club, it's happening at the festival, and you were just like surrounded by the people, and it's working.
Got it.
And I think it's hard to do. Because I think this is one of those tracks that people sometimes put too many things in. And it was pretty balanced for me on that end. I wasn't distracted by any of the sounds.
Yeah, I like where it's going now too. My advice is that this breakdown's way too long before it got to that melody that we're listening to now. There's a deep, a low frequency buzz that's happening. Well, it happened before when we actually had sound and a Hess. There's a deep, or not deep, but a low frequency buzz that's in the drop that sounds distracting to me. Oh wait, is there a vocal?
Oh, there's a vocal?
Yeah, hold on.
Sometimes it feels too hard. Sometimes I've had enough, but I promise you'll get
Could have used that
Yeah.
vocal earlier.
Yeah, the vocal earlier would have been nice. It's good. The melody that's in the drop starts to get quite repetitive because there's no variation in it until the very end of every 4 bars where it resolves. And it'd be nice to have something else through that instead of it just sort of sitting on those dun 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 those 3 notes over and over. That particular melody, at least. That the low frequency buzz that I heard it again in that other drop. It just needs to be wound back or addressed slightly. Nick would be able to tell you what to do with it. And breakdown was quite long to get to the vocal, get to the point a little bit earlier, like just a tighter edit. But overall, it sounded really professional.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really professional. I like it. It's definitely close.
Yeah, it's super close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it as well. I think it's
All right,
really
what-
nicely done.
What else you got? Yes.
Also a little bit long, maybe also.
Well, yeah, just the edit. If everyone doesn't edit their record.
Next
Chop,
up is Bad Monkey, and this one's called No Make Sense.
No,
Okay.
makes it.
No Make Sense. By the way, the picture for this SoundCloud is you, Brooklyn, and a bunch of people.
Oh, okay. That would have been in Amsterdam. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, super cool.
All right,
This
hit
is
it.
Bad Monkey, and this is Doper Night.
Wait. We've had enough of this nonsense. What? Let's get started.
Sweet.
Take him out. We've had enough of this nonsense.
Wait till it gets started.
Let's get started.
That is No Make Sense by Bad Monkey.
Go ahead, yes.
I like it. I actually like it a lot. I think it's, you talk about the tracks that do exactly what they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's energetic. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
I would, in the second drop here, where it came back in again, I would have maybe taken that maybe another octave higher or layered
Yeah.
that different, or just to be like, okay, same thing but this way. Other than that, though, it's a club track.
Yeah.
It's a tool.
Yeah, it's an electro house. It's a commercial dance electro house record, and does exactly what you'd kind of expect. There's nothing particular about it that, if I gave any advice on it, I'd be trying to change the record from what it is. And I think
Right.
what it is doing what it's meant to do.
Exactly.
And for records like this, I've heard records like this many times before being played out in commercial dance clubs and do just fine. So maybe it just needs that commercial hooky top line, perhaps, to take it to the next level.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
I
It's
mean, if
very
this were-
electro though, and my only advice would be the sound choices in the drop sound quite dated, because it's using that kind of saw bass and saw lead, which gives it that really like cut up motorbike engine noise sort of thing. So it just sort of feels slightly dated, but really nice, really good for what it's trying to do.
Raquel?
The second drop needed to be changed a little bit because it was like you guys said the same thing. I think same thing. If we add anything to it or do anything differently, it's going to change the sound of the track. But it works. It would work in a club. So if that's what you're trying to do, there you go.
If I heard that like in
I think that's a lot of.
That would be fun. You know?
I think a lot of the stuff too that we get the track. It's like, what are you trying to achieve with this track? And that's something too that the DJ themselves has to think about, or the producer.
Right.
Absolutely.
Good one though. Thank you for sending that, Mr. No Make Sense. Radio Dave is up next, and is it a banger?
I don't know,
Dave. Let's see. This is Dope or Nope.
Is it a banger? Is it a banger? How many beats per minute? How many drop? How dope was the drop?
Radio Dave. So, is it a banger?
Acoustic instruments.
So the very last part of that drop just then had a snare come in, and I was like, as soon as the snare hit, I'm like, oh, there we go. That's what it needed. So I would have been putting that snare in a lot earlier because it felt like it really helped make it lift the energy so much more.
It is not a banger.
But is it a banger, Raquel? Colby?
I think it's almost there. I
Yeah.
wanted to go. I mean, this is I feel like pretty tame for what we normally get.
Yeah.
From
I wanted,
Dave? Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I wanted some like chaos that he normally brings to the records in this one. That way we could be like, oh, it's a banger. Yeah. Like, I
Well, let's
wanted
see what
some of that
happens
chaos.
right now then. Turn it up a bit, Hess.
Yeah.
Is this the chaos that I need in my life?
So he had an opportunity right there just before the drop to call out what the song was called by you filling in that silence with "Is it a banger?" or whatever the vocal hook needs to be, and
Right.
it went to silence. And then when it landed in low, and
Yeah.
we've already heard it before. So it really needed to come in with the whole kitchen sink in that section.
Yeah.
That-
This
if
is
there
one of
ever
those
was a
songs
time.
that you put it in.
there was
Yeah,
a
if there's a
time.
time for the kitchen sink, that is it right here. In this
That was
song.
the time.
Dave, I know
Right,
you
yeah.
can do it because
Dave.
you've done it before.
Also, if you have to ask,
Nah. Right.
just saying.
Ooh. But I will
Um,
say, this is a really good. Me and Nick talked about this last week. Like different stuff that works on TikTok and can go viral. This could. Hello, guest.
Hello, guest.
Sorry. Hi, everyone. This is Asher. He has a
Hey, Asher. Hey, bud.
Asher's the cutest guest appearance ever. Always.
Why is every kid always afraid of phones and cameras and TV?
Because they're like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, you guys, you'll love this story. So my little 11-year-old cousin the other day was in
Sorry.
the car with me, and in dead silence looks at me and goes, "Is Ultra all ages?" I was like, "No." it's
Wait, how
not."
old?
She
How old?
like, "I want to rage." I was like,
Who's
"No,
saying this?
no."
12-year-old saying, "I want to rage."
She's 11. She is.
11.
I'm scared for the day that she is 21. Okay, like it is scary. She's
Scared
also
for
the
her
one
parents.
who I took to. I took her to Revolution when I was on air. It was like Bring Your Child to Work Day, and she did a little intro introducing Dom Dalla. And
wow,
Dom
huh.
Dalla replied, and so now she's still to this day like, Dom Dalla's my favorite DJ. I'm like, you
Obviously.
are literally my like evil spawn. I don't know what's going on right now. Like,
That's pretty cool.
I'm
her
also
mom's like,
an adult
I'm
looking at it.
terrified.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So she's like, can I just come with you? I was like, no, you can't. Sorry.
No. No. Next up, should we do another one? This is Chemical, and this one is called Tonight on Dope or No.
That's when I come alive. I need you to pray for me. That's when I come alive. I need you to pray for me. I give myself
You know, really interesting. We talk about like. Oh wait.
Ooh, that's hard.
That is Chemical with 2 Ks, and that's called Tonight.
Hess, I've just given you a suggestion on chat. Regarding this record, I think that it's one of those things where you're restricted by the vocal again. If the vocal's not enough, then you're going to be in this situation where you're having to be very repetitive. And if you have to be repetitive, maybe you do it with like a vocoder, or maybe you try to do it with where it's called gated. Like imagine the way we used to talk into a fan as a kid, and you kind of get that cut up vocal feeling. Something like a gate could be interesting, or even detuning it or flanging it, just to make it feel different. Otherwise, it sounds like it's the same thing. And when we've heard it, you've heard it, you know, and it feels like the last half of the song vocally certainly is the same as the first half of what we were listening to. So I don't know. I think it's it musically was interesting. I thought instrumentally it was pretty cool. It kind of was motoring along, and it replicates the advice that I was giving before about it just does what it's meant to do as a commercial dance record. It's 4 to the floor, and it felt pretty cool. Raquel.
Yeah, I think the part where I was like, ooh, this part, I think it didn't do exactly what I wanted to do, but it was cool. I think it could have just been more intense. Like that record, you really have to get like make it more interesting because we've heard it before. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna go in that kind of genre or that lane, do something to make it different so we haven't heard that before. Because it's almost there. It definitely is.
Yeah. Agreed. Right. So there you have that one. That was Chemical. Atrium up next with New Hero and Atrium, and this one's called Pressure, the radio edit. So many songs called Pressure.
Meet me on the other side, so I'll get another life with you. Can see you have a troubled mind, I will help you find your light. We both like a good time, slowly getting more like you. Maybe I don't look right, but I get around just fine. The pressure is pulling me down. The pressure, I'm starting to drown. The pressure is pulling me down. The pressure, I'm starting to drown.
Pressure by New Hero and Atrium.
And featuring Austin Kramer on vocals through the build up there. Honestly, when I thought that was him pranking us somehow, it's like, has he got a microphone lead into this? And he's just like doing his singing thing. Wow. Wild. And again, does what it's meant to do. It's a big room record. It's not. From a production perspective, it doesn't necessarily have much to fix or to tune. It felt like it would work on big speakers in a club or a festival. I don't know how. I'm not speaking to the creativity or whatever, but I think audibly it sounded really solid, actually. So that's a really big thing.
I agree on the track part. I didn't really love the vocal as much.
Right.
I felt like it was what's the word I'm looking for? So like the vocals seemed I want to use the word thin. I don't think that's the word.
Okay.
But in regards to the track was just like, like this, and the vocal was not of the same strength. If you know what I mean? So that the contrast between it was like overwhelming. Like if you're gonna have a guy sing that, just like get someone who's maybe in an alternative band or something that really can fire that off.
Strength as well, like a John Martin kind of voice, big epic chest voice. Yeah,
or like a big vocal from a female also would.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my only comment.
Mm-hmm.
The vocal didn't make sense to me for this track. I think same thing. It was either like I needed it to be a deeper, huskier voice, or I needed it to be like a really loud, bassy voice. To make it make sense because of how intense. Like it was. I felt like the vocal was falling behind, and it was like giving me anxiety, like low key, trying to hear it keep up. It was kind of distracting for me at that point. But but the track itself was really cool. So I think just play around with the vocal maybe.
Yeah, but good one. Thanks, Atrium, for sending that. If you're looking to send us music, please get it here before the show starts on Thursday at 3 p.m. EST. And you can send it to dope or nopemusic.com. You can find all the links there and how to view the show and also where to send the demos. Up next, this is Rowney and St. Pearson. Rowney and St. Pearson, and this is called 8 Bittersweet.
I like it already.
What do you guys think?
I really like it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I really like that one. Really clean hats and percussion in the opening. I really love that sound choice of that bleep, that plucky bleep sound that's got a very tight delay on it. It almost sounds like a plate delay. It's really nice. Some other parts of the song were kind of boring, but when it's just dropped in this part, I really like this. It's nice. I quite
Do you
like
think it needs a vocal?
layers. Oh yeah, for sure it needs a vocal. Yeah, you can't hassle. Oh, sorry, you can't give too much shit to people who don't have the access to a vocal, and
Right.
are just doing the best they can with what they have. But I really,
No, absolutely.
really do like the direction of this. It reminds me a little bit, sound choice wise, of a song that we signed to Dim-Mak years ago, and it was really cool by Funkin' Matt. I think it's called Aero by Funkin' Matt. If you go back to listen to that, there's maybe some ideas in there you could sort of like use to inspire you, because it's an old track, but still. Yeah, good. It's really cool. Really cool. I liked where it was headed and what it's trying to do. It's very early. I wouldn't say it's finished, but yeah, with a cool, interesting vocal, it could be really something. And the second drop, the drop that I was talking about being so great, it'd be nice to have that earlier, maybe.
You know what's so
Let's get
weird?
to it.
I was like hyper fixating on the bleep that you're talking about because I was like, where is that song from? And it's in an Akon song and Milkshake. My milkshake
Really?
on the board. That one. Yes.
Really?
And I literally am like, what? It was so weird. My brain was like so weird.
I was just
hyper-fixating
kind of
on
wondering
it.
what, like if you had gotten like a pretty crazy text or something, because I was looking at your face. I'm like, what is she?
No,
what's
I
going
was
on
like,
here?
this is from a song, and it's from an Akon song, and it's also in Milkshake, and I don't know, my brain was just like in a weird place.
Now I'm gonna go back to
I
it
don't
now.
hear it in Milkshake.
I know I need to know.
It's in the breakdown, and I choreographed to that a long time ago, and that's like the only reason why I know.
Right.
It's like it's the breakdown point. The boys are waiting. That point. It's like over there.
Oh yeah. It's just I can hear it's just like a high ding.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear it.
Yeah. My brain just went to a really weird place.
Right. Wild.
That's
Good
why I was
memory.
like,
I
wait.
never would have remembered that.
That was a good one.
Choreographing
was like-
songs will make you remember weird things.
I guess
Right.
yes.
Little like pieces that you concentrate
Bleeps,
on.
yeah.
I was
Bleeps
watching
and
your
blips.
face. I'm like, what is happening
going
right
on in
now
there?
in her
Right.
head?
Right.
It's like super cool.
That TikTok sound. Yeah.
Right.
Like, weird.
Yeah, exactly what that is. Right. So
Yeah.
that was Rowney. Up next is, what do we got? Barkin, and this is called Other Side featuring Jordan Grace right here on Dope or Nope.
Don't run away from this. I thought we were getting close to us running free, but I must be dreaming of a place I cannot see. There's a road ahead. I just wanna be free and never look back. Don't take your eyes off me. We're gonna find the other side, the other side. And we're never coming back from the other side, the other side. You and I, we're gonna run free. We're gonna run free. Into the other side. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna run free. Yeah, yeah. Until the other side.
That is Barkin' Other Side featuring Jordan Grace.
I'm mad at that one. I'm
You're
at that
mad?
one. It was cool. I know. I'm not
No,
mad
he's
at
not
that
mad.
one.
Oh,
Yeah, not mad at that one. It's it feels dated, but everything that we've been playing is kind of 2010 to 12 EDM.
I do feel that way today, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Today is throwback day.
So it's fitting into the aesthetic of the show so
Yeah.
far. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I don't know how to improve it. I think the vocal doesn't quite sit in the track properly. It's not mixing or blending well or something. Maybe the vocal needs more layering or widening or I don't know, some kind of reverb to make it feel like it's meant to be in the track. That's really all. But it's doing everything it's meant to do when it drops. It sounds like an old school big room
This part,
progressive house.
that ending of that vocal till that dropped, it's something about it is like not making it's
Yeah,
not
it
blending. It's like that
doesn't
part
blend,
right
yeah.
there.
It's not gluing in well. I agree.
I think that's
Yeah.
what Lauren's talking about. It's just not sitting
Yeah.
Yeah.
on top, not in.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That specific part. I really like the vocal. The vocal was cool.
yeah.
Okay. I stand corrected.
Super cool.
Vocal was cool.
That is Barkin' Other Side and Jordan Grace. Next one is Z Major, and this is called Playa right here on Dope or Nope.
Player, player, player.
Teenager with Leia.
Oh,
That
I
was
really
cool.
like it. Yeah.
I really liked that.
That was cool, right?
Yeah. I think that the latter part, though, should come in when it repeated because it was just like the same thing over again. But I really liked it. I liked the vocal. That was cool. It was different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in it. I was in it the whole time.
Yeah, it felt it reminded me a little bit of back once again with the Renegade Master, D4 Damager, Power to the People, and that's the vocal, and it just loops and hooks, and that's the whole thing.
Right.
So that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just not doing it as well as that. So perhaps listen to that song, which is called Renegade Master. Go back to the original of that, and maybe that might give you some inspiration. It felt like if you took the vocal off, the instrumental really meanders, and it doesn't quite get to the point quick enough. And I don't know if there's enough meat on the bone there for me. I think it would help if it was edited to be shorter, and to get to
it's 401.
just keep getting to the next section quicker. If every idea that you have in a 401 song was being able to be put into a 2-minute 20 song, then you might have something really interesting.
Right.
So I would start there, and then everything else I just said.
I think in this section too that could have used the sample a little bit less times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just get some hats in there, snare roll going, and then get back into where we need to get next transition point.
Like what you talked about with Renegade Master, the part why that really works, other than so many people have remixed it, including Armin, that it uses it correctly, if you will. So not like an overabundance of times. Raquel, what'd you think? You good?
That was cool. Yeah, I liked it. I think it needed to be shorter, lessen the vocal a bit, spread it out, and I'm with it. I love it.
Yeah, because the track, like the pieces of the track where the vocal is less, I kind of like that even more than I do like just when you just sit on that sample.
I think there's.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I just had a thought. I like that this vocal is so different than what we normally hear, and I think that play around with different vocal sound genres because you can make different vocals and sound work in EDM music, but you kind of got to experiment instead of just the same like emotional EDM, which like we all know I love, but like we want some new things, so try some new things, everyone.
Right. Yeah. I actually have a question about some of the new things that are happening, but I want to play this next demo. This is Michael Grald, and this is called Trying to See You, right here on Dope or Nope. Trying to See You by Michael Gerald. What do you think?
I like where it was headed. I like the relaxed feeling of it, an emotional emotional push in the vocal. I think the vocal could be louder, if anything, honestly. To me, it feels like the vocal could come up and be more present and forward and lead the song a bit more.
I
So,
feel like
okay.
where the vocal is now in this state, it almost doesn't need to be there. It's like not doing anything for it necessarily. I like it. I think it's cool, but I think if you had an actual vocal, like a full vocal, that would be better, because when it's coming in now, I'm almost like, oh, what is that? Like, why is it there?
Gotcha.
I feel like this is like an in between, a tweener for me. Like, is it
Right.
is it trying to do like this slow, like cool, almost chill thing, or are you trying to go this way? And in that case, like I felt it felt a little short, tempo wise, and kind of like how exciting it was. But I kind of feel like if it were directed to, like with this sax, I don't think this whole thing needs to be this fast. I think it would be more effective as a minus like 1.5 or 2%. You know what I mean? Like just the feel of it needs to be less busy, just more soothing. Then I think it was like, then the whole thing works for me in my head, the way I was hearing it.
We're all
Right.
hearing it 3 different ways.
Yeah, I was hearing
Also
it the
true.
opposite way. I hear what I understand which direction, but would you say to do that you'd have to remove the saxophone?
No, I like the sax.
What? I can't like the sax and also want it to be more chilled. The sax kind of like brings energy up, no? Or it doesn't make you relaxed, I mean, or no?
No, the saxes are a relaxing instrument to me.
Okay, well then maybe the sax, maybe I'm thinking about the EQ of the sax. It needs to be like softened or smoothened out to glue into the track more.
I mean, have you heard of Kenny G?
Yeah,
It's like,
I have.
that's pretty relaxing.
Sure. In the 80s.
Well, we're in 2010 right now, so why not?
I
Right.
was gonna say that we're in the
Good point.
2010s right now today.
All right, what's next?
This is Friend Zone, and this is called Back to Us. Oh, it's Friend Zone and Linny. All right.
I miss the butterflies. I miss the stormy nights. You couldn't keep your hands off me. Now we're staring at our phones. We might as well be alone. Where is the spark? We felt it at first. I don't know about you, but I'm trying to find my way back to us. Can we get back to us? I don't know about you, but I'm trying to find my way back to us. Can we get back to us? Can you make me feel new the way that you used to? Can you make me feel new the way that you used to? Can we get back to us? Find time to set aside efforts to make this right. In my head, you're the one for me. Love is a tricky game. Feelings and people change. I never thought we'd wind up here. I don't know about you, but
That is Friend Zone Back to Us with Linny.
If this song doesn't go in a Netflix teen show, I'm gonna be so angry. It
I
has
mean-
to.
Yeah,
It has to. Someone put it there.
absolutely. Absolutely. Lauren, you have
I've
Something?
almost finished. Okay, good. I think I've signed it. Great.
right. She actually just put an album out on Helix.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Lenny's,
nice.
Lenny's EP came out like a week ago, so it's sick. I've been driving around LA listening to it all the time. So the second I heard her voice, I'm so used to it. I'm like, this is so good. But it's great. It's really, really nice production. vocals beautiful. I can't fault the song. Send it to me. I totally want to put it out. It's great. Great record.
I love this song.
I don't have any
So
objections.
good.
I love this record.
Oh, is that one of these?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. The full gong. I'll take the full gong, Hess.
The big gong. All right, Friend Zone and Linny signed.
Yeah, I hope so.
Back to us. There you
Right.
go. Another one here on Dope or Nope. We're going to take it out with Michael, Feel, and Aleko, and this is called
Send it to me, lawn@dimmac.com.
This Is What I Get.
I gave you my all, yeah, drew my blood. I gave you my heart and you fucked me up. And little by little I had enough, but I'm still in love. I'm still in love. Telling the thought of you makes me sick. You're in my head and I just can't quit. You're in control and it's hard to fix. I fucked it up, this is what I get. This is what I get. I can't feel it yet. I'm so gone. I'm so gone. And I'm filled with regret. I was wrong. I was wrong. I can't feel it yet. I'm so gone. I'm so gone. And I'm filled with regret. I was wrong. I was wrong. You had me up just to set me down.
Way in the background.
You told me things that you knew you never mean to me. You turned my world upside down. You gave me hope when we were never. So tell me when you tempt me, do you feel holy? Do you feel like you're in control? Do you feel like you own me? Baby, you're the only girl who can mess up my soul. Telling the thought of you makes me sick. You're in my head and I just can't quit.
That is Michael, Feel, and Aleko. This Is What I Get.
Just let me hear it goes here.
I get, this is what I get. I can't feel it yet. I'm so gone. I'm so gone.
The two things, and this drop here, that little, is it an eighth? Yeah, it's an eighth hat. Feels very dated. Try to get rid of that or change it to something else. And then when it drops in, try to drop it in without the vocal, because instantly it becomes dance pop. But if you try to remove that vocal when it lands, just to sort of see if you've got anything musically which is interesting, it could be, I don't know, could be a little bit more cooler or heavier or, larger in general. But overall, I didn't mind it. It felt pretty good to me. I was trying to be, on that one, I was trying to be semi-distracted because I feel like a good A&R note is, what does it do in the very first time you listen to the song? Because most people aren't like listening, stroking their chin. They're normally driving or doing something else. So I was trying to be semi-distracted, and I was like, oh, this is nice. I really like it. It feels good. So it didn't feel too broken to me. Raquel.
I was trying to decide in my head if I wanted like a Aviella vocal on it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel, I like heard her
Right.
singing it,
Okay.
and she has that like edge to her voice when she's singing, and I think I would have enjoyed it more if it was that kind of vocal, and it would have been a different perspective, maybe.
Yeah, my only thinking about that, again, Hess, if it offends you, leave. If the only thing that I would say about that is, would a voice like Aviella, who's quite a pop voice, let's say, like a sweet-toned voice, would the track need to be more aggressive or not pop to be able to counterbalance a voice like hers,
I don't think so, because that was very much so, like, bits and parts of that were very, like, what is that song? John Balion, Millennium, Good Things Fall Apart. Is that
Yeah.
it? It was like,
Yeah.
I was there, and, I think it would be cool with, like, a
Sure.
female vocal like that. Yeah.
Got it.
That was a good one.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it was nice. Cool. Nice couple of records to end the show with. Very nice.
Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today on Dope or Nope. Every Thursday, 3 p.m. EST. Raquel, what's the plan for the weekend?
What is the plan for this weekend? Honestly, to chill and prep for Music Week because I'm stressed.
Right.
Don't be
Stressed
stressed. You'll be
Stressed
fine.
already.
I'm stressed.
Yeah. And Lauren?
Going to Indian Wells, California, about a 3-hour drive from here into the hills near Coachella Valley, and to watch a tennis tournament. As
Nice.
the second biggest tennis tournament of the year in America is held at the Indian Wells this time every year, and
Nice.
the other one is of course the US Open in Flushing Meadows. So I'm really excited about it, and Brooklyn's coming with me, which required lots and lots of conversation, and she's finally agreed to come with me. It's amazing.
Does she not normally jump in for the tennis?
One of my friends recently just said to me, he goes, it's like trying to take a horse to water when a horse doesn't realize that they're thirsty. She doesn't know what it is until she goes. And then once she's going to go there and she's going to see it, she'll go, oh, this is amazing. I love it. This is beautiful. And I'm like,
Is that what
Told
you're
ya.
hoping, or has that happened before?
no, that's what's going to happen on Saturday. I'm sure of it.
Uh-huh.
She'll enjoy Saturday, and then she'll get it. And every time I say, hey, let's go to Indian Wells every year, she'll go, oh yeah, I get that. Okay, I can do a day there. That's the best case scenario. Of course, if she's listening or watching to this, then my plan
Brooklyn.
is
Your plan just got blown out.
Yes.
No, but you know what? I always find in that type of situation that balancing the day between this thing
Yeah.
and the other things that might be in the vicinity,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That are also more diverse
Yes.
can be the grounding part
Yes.
of that whole thing.
And to that point, if you've ever been to a tennis tournament these days, over the last 10 years, they've become, dare I say it, less about tennis and more about all the
Oh, yeah.
activations that are happening on the grounds.
So
And
more
it-
like Coachella.
Party.
Exactly. It feels a
It's
little
like golf.
bit like Coachella.
Yeah.
When you
It's
like do the
did you
really
say
big,
golf?
but like the golf tournaments here are like parties. Like it's
Oh.
not. Yeah. Like
That's
on Sunday
diametrically
and,
opposite to
like-
actually golf, which is not a party.
Yeah, no, not the sport,
Right.
but like the
Exactly.
activations and the DJs playing. Like there's
Right.
lots of things going on around it.
Is
Yeah.
Actually, hearing the word golf and then activation right next to it already
Uh-huh.
feels
Yeah.
everything.
You know, it's a
every
party.
other thing, yes.
Everything down here is a party, guys. You know that.
That's
There's
true.
nothing that's
That's
ever going to be chill. about
Listen,
being
mini
here.
golf and a party I get, but golf with like those long walks in between every hole in a shot, or gardening in general to find the ball after I've hit it. Yeah.
Right.
Like the
right.
is it the Waste Management Open? That one. There's like lots of partying going on.
Okay.
Got it. All
Yes, what are you
right.
doing this weekend?
What am I doing? Going to South by Southwest.
Oh, wow.
Fun.
Jamie's been asked to speak at Create and Cultivate, which is a woman's entrepreneurial platform.
Beautiful.
So I'm very excited. I am there to support,
Wonderful.
clap,
Yay.
and do an occasional woohoo, and
Right.
that's my job.
Awesome.
Kind of like the opposite of what you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, meaning, like that's, I enjoy that actually. It's going to be very fun. And I've never been to South by. This is like
haven't
my
either.
entire music career because
Oh, wow.
it's almost always the week before or the week of Winter Music. I was like, it's already difficult to spend 4 or 5 days in Miami and not look at emails and do the things.
Right.
I could never fit in my head how 2 weeks would work in my head. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
yeah.
I just couldn't make it happen. So I always passed, even though music and tech are probably my 2 favorite things in life.
Sure. Yeah.
So now I get to go, and as a bonus, I get to watch my wife speak. So
Right.
3 days
Wonderful.
down there, back here, and then ramping up for Winter Music. I think
Winter Music Conference. It's gonna be
it's not
great.
even a thing. That's what
I
I,
know.
don't know why I keep saying that. Miami Music Week is the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, Friend Zone. Yes, I'm going to be in South by.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So thanks again, everybody, for again trusting us with your music, to talk about it, to play it out loud. I hope whatever we're saying is helpful to you. We've had information on DMs and things like that have proven that it is.
yeah.
Lauren just signed another record, so congratulations to you.
Oh well, I haven't signed it. I was literally joking. I'm getting in touch with the guys, and Linny's manager is calling me at 1:30. So We'll see what's up.
Wow, you did that in exactly 16 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Super cool.
Yeah.
All right, Spawn, see you guys. I guess we'll do this one more time before we go. And you guys have a safe, great weekend. And don't forget to hug someone you love. It's never too late to tell them how you feel.
All right.
See y'all.
Talk to you later.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.